Perfect. Last chance.
D D D F A D D F A D D F A W D F A.
It's a morning show. WDFA. We tell you what you need to know. WDFA. It's the morning show.
Good morning, Davidson. Welcome to the WDFA Morning Show. I'm Jalen. You already know. Anyway,
It's JM. Today is Tuesday, the 28th.
now let's stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may now be seated.
Now for the weather.
Good morning, DFA. Today's weather will be a high of 79, a low of 60, and it's gonna be sunny! Yippee! Back to the desk.
Today's lunch is spaghetti, cheese pizza, manager's choice, seasoned corn, fresh veggies with dip, granny applesauce, and milk.
Now it's time for a moment in Black history.
From ADC, this is World News Tonight.
Max Robinson in 1978 became the first black person to anchor the nightly network news, but his road to the anchor's chair wasn't easy. Robinson got his start in 1959 when he was hired to read the news at a station in Portsmouth, Virginia. His face was hidden behind a graphic that read "News." One day he told the cameraman to remove the slide. "I thought it'd be good for all my folks and friends to see me rather than this dumb sign up here," Robinson once told an interviewer. Because of his comment he made, he was fired the next day. Robinson's profile began to rise after he moved to Washington, where he worked as a TV reporter and later co-anchored the evening news in the city's most popular station, the first black anchor in a major U.S. city. Max Robinson drew raves for his smooth delivery and report with a camera. ABC News noticed, moved him to Chicago, and named him one of the 3 co-owners on World News Tonight, which also featured Frank Reynolds in Washington and Peter Jennings in London. Later in his career, Robinson became increasingly outspoken about racism and the portrayal of African Americans in the media. He also sought to mentor young black broadcasters and was one of the 44 founders in the National Association of Black Journalists.
Hello, welcome to the word of the day.
Good morning, Davidson Fine Arts. One word of the day. You guess what I can say. And today's word, I'm Hollis. I forgot to mention that. In case you forgot, today's word means either having a good look or a good manner about yourself. And today's word is personable. And I've been scrolling through my TikTok, and I see many edits of like personable people, and I got kind of jealous because I think I'm a personable person, so I think I can make a really good edit myself. So be prepared to see the best edit you've ever seen. Okay, so Robert, I think if you do like a pan shot over to me, like it's from here and it like whips over and I'm like looking like Ryan Gosling, like Pedro Pascal, I'm looking all, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like whips over. Okay.
I got you.
Fix my hair. Okay, I'm ready whenever you are.
All right.
A sick day for Amos McGee. Amos McGee was an early riser. Every morning when the alarm clock changed, he swung his legs out of bed and swapped his pajamas for a fresh, pressed uniform. He would wind his watch and set a pot of water to boil, saying to the sugar bowl, "A spoonful for my oatmeal, please, and 2 for my teacup." Belly full and ready for the workday, he'd amble out the door. Every day, Amos waited for the number 5 bus.
Next stop, City Zoo.
the bus driver would call.
6 o'clock, right on time.
He'd reply. Amos had a lot to do at the zoo, but he always made time to visit his good friends. He would play chess with the elephant, who thought and thought before making a move. Run races with the tortoise, who never lost. Sit quietly with the penguin, who was very shy. Lend a handkerchief to the rhinoceros, who always had a runny nose. And at sunset, read stories to the owl, who was afraid of the dark. One day, Amos awoke with the sniffles, and the sneezes, and the chills. He swung his achy legs out of bed, curled them back again, and said, "Ugh, I don't think I'll be going to work today." Meanwhile, at the zoo, the animals waited for their friend. The elephant arranged his ponds and polished his castles. The tortoise stretched his legs and limbered up. The penguin sat patiently, all by himself. The rhinoceros worried that his allergies were worsening. The owl perched atop a tall stack of storybooks, scratching his head with concern. Where is Amos? The animals wondered. Later that day, hooray! My good friends are here. The elephant prepared a game of chess. Amos thought and thought before making a move. "I'm too tired to run races today," said Amos to the tortoise. "Let's play hide and seek instead." The tortoise hid inside his shell. Amos hid beneath the covers. Amos yawned. "I could use a nap." Then Penguin sat quietly, keeping Amos's feet warm. Achoo! Amos awoke with a sneeze. The rhinoceros was ready with the handkerchief. "I'm beginning to feel much better. Thank you," said Amos to his friends. He swung his legs out of bed. "Perhaps we'll share a pot of tea." Amos wound his alarm clock. "It's getting late," he said. "After all, we have a morning bus to catch." So Amos said goodnight to the elephant, and goodnight to the tortoise, and goodnight to the penguin, and goodnight to the rhinoceros, and goodnight to the owl, who, knowing that Amos was afraid of the dark, read a story aloud before turning on the light. The end.
In preparation for Valentine's Day and celebrating Heart Month, Student Council presents Links of Love. We are challenging each grade level to see who can put on the most links on their chain, with the winner getting a special prize.
All money raised will go to the Heart and Soul and help out Children's Hospital cardiac patients.
That's the show. Bye!